Hi class, this video is to discuss your signature assignment in this course, which is your diet analysis project. This video will only talk about the first step, but we are going to do an overview of all three steps that you're going to be doing and then how to begin. So you will find right here the different steps that it's broken down into. But what I also did is provide you a document that takes you through all the steps. This is the first step, is to read through everything that you will be doing so you can get a sense of the total of the assignment. Ultimately, what you're going to do is you're going to pick 2 to 3 recommendations that can be scientifically supported, and you are going to apply them to your life for 7 consecutive days. You can choose to make exercise or water one of those recommendations, but then you do need to have 3 recommendations. You are going to record everything you eat and do in NutriCalc, and you're going to provide me all daily reports, just like with your other assignments, for the final paper in this project. Now, you might be thinking, well, how do I pick what recommendations I want to follow? This brings us to step 1. And so you are going to follow this format exactly. I have an example for you in the folder we were just in. You are going to look for some type of meaningful change. And meaningful could also just be, it sounds like fun and I want to experiment. But what you're going to do is you're going to identify the reason why, and that's your problem statement, you are making these nutrition changes or you're following these nutrition recommendations. Your problem statement could be, I want to add lean mass to my body. Now you might be thinking, well, that doesn't sound like a problem. Problem, using the word quote unquote problem is kind of a trick. Problem statement is basically, it's a thesis statement. And so whatever your statement is, very clear that you think about those of you who have been introduced to SMART goals. SMART goals are specific, measurable, attainable, and they are time sensitive. And so you want to be thinking about when you make your problem statement and you come up with your recommendations that they are measurable. So one of the ways students lose points is, for example, my problem statement might be, everyone on my father's side has died of cardiovascular disease, including my father. Therefore, I'm at risk genetically and inherently from cardiovascular disease. So my recommendations would probably be eat more vegetables, fruit, high grain, low meat, so on. But if I just say, my first recommendation is to eat more vegetables, what is more? I have no idea. Do you know? If I already eat vegetables in every single meal I eat, more could be 10 vegetables a day. If you don't eat any vegetables, more could be 1 vegetable a day. So this is where making sure that you're being very specific on your recommendations is really important. So you're going to come up with up to 3 recommendations. They are going to be specific so they can actually be measured. For example, I am going to reduce my sugar intake to less than 25 grams of added sugar a day. I am going to follow the food pyramid guideline for the amounts and fruits and vegetables I will eat a day. Okay, so those are just a few examples. So you want to put in your problem and then your recommendations. The other piece here is, remember I said they were scientifically supported. You are going to list 2 supporting references for each recommendation. They should be peer reviewed. I will not be checking to see if they are peer reviewed on this round, but when you write your formal paper, I will. So what's peer reviewed? Let's take a look right here, because under your signature assignment, we have what is a scholarly or peer-reviewed journal. And here is where it would meet the criteria. It's also very important that they do an experiment, right? That you're not just looking at a meta-analysis, you're not reading an overview of other papers. You want to be looking at papers where they conducted experiments and they have results. The reason why is the second part, step 2, or excuse me, the second part of this is that you are going to be writing a formal paper and you are going to be discussing these research articles that you looked at. You're going to explain what they found, and so you want to make sure that you have the right articles, or this grade will not turn out very well. After those two pieces, step 2 is where you talk about your plan with the class in a discussion board, and then you have your final paper. I'll make additional videos regarding your 2 final papers and your discussion board. I really just wanted to get you started on this one. And so keep in mind, use this exact format, 2 supporting references minimum for each. And I gave you an example right here. So if we go under step, here is another student. And so you see, these are very specific. I'm going to increase my servings to 5 grains a day. Here are my references. He followed the outline I gave exactly. And so here you'll find, here is your journal article. And so, apologize, here is your problem statement journal. So have fun, start thinking about it right away, and let me know if you have questions.